evening, Blazer parents and students. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. This is going to be a whirlwind, power-packed, 45-minute meeting, but it's okay. We're going to give you the nuts and bolts of how to be successful at Ridgeview High School. We will be here as long as you need to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for coming this evening, July 22nd, for a new to Ridgeview student and parent meeting. Those of you who attended the Military Connected Families meeting, raise your hand high. Thank you so much for service and service our country. Thank you. Here at The View, we absolutely love the military. We do so many things to make sure that our military-connected students feel a sense of belonging. So that student-to-student organization is a wonderful beginning for those of you who are new to Ridgeview High School. Tonight, we're going to tell you we have lots of clubs and organization and lots of athletic teams that you can be a part. In a school of 1,700, it is my mission, it is our mission to make sure that every single student feels that he or she has a home in some type of community. So with that being said, I know my team is looking at me because we're on a time limit. And I'm gonna keep talking until someone starts the presentation and the going and rolling. So the first thing I think I need to do, who is Miss Fennell? Are you gonna start it going? Okay, so the first thing I'd like to do is introduce my administrative team. I am Dr. Mack, principal of Ridgeview High School. Ridgeview, 2 words, home of the Blazers, opened 1995. This is my 21st year serving the Blazer families and communities, and I absolutely love it. Both of my students are proud alumni of this school, so when I say I'm all in, I'm all in. Ridgeview, we expect success in the 4 A's. So one of the things that we do, and my team is going to talk more about this than I am, but we expect success in the 4 A's. Yes, it's just the norm. It's a given. We expect you to be excellent scholars. But what do you do outside of academics? How do you become a whole person? So we have lots of other activities, arts, athletics, different things, because we want our students to be well-rounded. You start in the 9th grade for us building that resume. You start by being of service. If you volunteer in your teacher's classroom to do things, we begin building your resume for your future today. So we'll talk a lot about that, but your resume is beginning right now at The View. So I'll let each of them will talk about their 4 A's. So my team, please run on down, you guys. So look at here. We have all things curriculum and instruction, Ms. McLeod, Jennifer McLeod, Assistant Principal, Special Ed, she'll talk to you later, Redonda Smalls, Assistant Principal, Curtis Bates, Assistant Principal, Mackie Wilson, those of you who are at Summit, he used to be at Summit Parkway, and so he's made his way to being a Blazer. Our assistant administrators, Mr. Wheeler couldn't be with here tonight, but if you are in the 9th grade, he is your child's administrator. 9th graders, your administrator. If you are new to Ridgeview, you're a 2nd-year student, Miss DeVar, raise your hand, all 2nd-year students, she is going to be your child's administrator. Lead teacher for 9th grade. You good, Miss Grimes? She is mom away from home for 9th graders. She is all things. She's gonna love them. She's gonna nurture 9th graders, cultivate them, help them be successful, and ease the transition. So Miss Grimes is the lead teacher for 9th grade at Blazer Academy. Mr. Hemp Hill is a school counselor for 9th graders, and they're all housed in the same office conference area. We also have Student activities, Miss Fennell, she's running down. She will talk tonight about all of the clubs and activities that we have to offer. Brian Rosefield, he is probably in the gym at the soccer and softball or baseball. One of those parent meetings, but sports, and hopefully if you're interested in soccer, baseball, softball, any athletic things, he'll be here this evening. You can talk to him about that. We also have, oh, thank you all team. So, thank you. So, one of the things that Mrs. Smalls and Mrs. DeBar, public relations. One of the things that I share with the team and share with our staff is, I'm an old school girl. Anybody knows that song by Bonnie Ray? Let's give them something to talk about. She's one of my favorites. And when it comes to your students, there are a lot of amazing things that are happening. So it is our job to not let Ridgeview be the best kept secret, but to share all of the amazing things that your students are doing and our faculty members are doing. And so we have multiple ways of communicating with you. Pick your favorite. Get involved. I just ask as a parent, you know what's happening. Get tuned into what's happening. Do not take your foot off the gas. I know y'all were involved in elementary school. You were involved somewhat in middle school. I say, these babies, these students, the way you see an elementary kid is the way I look at them. These 4 years go fast. Take it for someone who still says, come home, talk to mama, come do, it goes too fast. So please, we need parent involvement. They need it. They want it. So please find a way to be involved. And that doesn't always mean you gotta be here in the building. That means you may be a part of a booster club. That means you may be on PTSO. That means that you may be on the one day you have off. If you wanna come in and volunteer or read or help sort, do different things, there are so many multiple ways to get involved. So, with that being, turn this slide. Okay, communications. One of the things that is so important, we talk about communication. And I'm going to say to you, I tell my faculty and staff, from the time they receive your communication, they have 24 hours to respond. That does not mean if they've been out of school for 2 days, if they were sick, from the moment that they get it, they have 24 hours to respond. I am very responsive to parents. Our staff, we're very responsive. So if something is going on, something is causing you uneasiness, please don't hesitate to reach out. Please. We are very responsive. Rumors, if you hear anything that causes you concern, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or a member of my team and let us set the record straight. Checking in persons. Hopefully, some of you may have done this. I think it was pop-ups in middle school. Every day we have security defenders. Students will have to go through Richland 2 checkpoint to enter the building. I'm leaving something out, Mr. Bates? Take a little longer? Okay. So with that being said, I think my time is up. I'm going to pass the baton to Miss Jennifer McLeod. Save your questions later because we'll have the time for a question and answer in the end.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. I am Jennifer McLeod, Assistant Principal for Instruction. So I am your liaison between you and your teachers. So if you need anything about your schedules, about teachers, please reach out to me. My contact information is in the PowerPoint, so you can contact me at any time. I'm gonna laugh a little bit as you guys walked in. Parents, you'll remember this commercial. Remember the Staples commercial where the parents go in and they're excited and dancing as they're buying school supplies and the kids are dreading behind? That's a little the reaction that we got coming in. Students, be excited. It's new. It's going to be fantastic. You are going to find a home here at Ridgeview. All right? So I have a lot to go through. I'm going to try to be brief about it. Our goal here at Ridgeview is, one, safety, and making sure you're college and career ready when you leave Ridgeview. So what are our graduation requirements? They're listed here, but students, what I need you to understand, you will take English and you will take math every year. You'll take 3 histories, you'll take 3 sciences, you'll take a foreign language, you'll take a PE, a health, and you'll take some electives. We're gonna hit you your graduation requirements. You need to make sure that you're in class and you're doing your work so that we can get grades to be able to graduate. Our grading policy is the same that you had in middle school, 90 to 100A, moving on a 10-point scale. Our goal, A's across the board, right? Everybody shake your head, A's across the board. Yes. I don't see everyone, A's across the board, all right. All right, so if you have not seen it or heard about it, you probably have received some messages. There are summer reading assignments for all students. You get to choose from categories. After you read the book, there's also a bingo card. You can participate in bingo. If you complete bingo, you will be celebrated. You get back to school. We will have a summer reading celebration in which it includes free food. So go ahead and look at your bingo card. There's also a math assignment, and it gives you like 5 questions to do per day throughout the summer, just to keep your math so that you're ready when you get to the first day of class. Content recovery. Let's say you had a bad night, something happened, you didn't get to study like you wanted to, you take a test, you didn't do as well as you wanted. So the policy is you can go to 1 hour of tutoring. Go to the 1 hour, you can retake a major assignment. It has to be a major assignment, so tests, projects, things like that. You get to retake that, and that grade will replace what you had. But what we're asking is you need to do your best, right? Try to study, but we know things happen. If something happens, you do have a way to raise that grade. Take advantage of it. A lot of students do not. 1 hour of tutoring, you can do that. It's going to raise your grade. You will notice in our bell schedule, every Wednesday we have late start. We start school for students 1 hour later. You'll start at 9:50. The teachers will be here working, collaborating. We also on Wednesdays have an advisory period. So our advisory period, you'll have a teacher that you will stay with for 4 years. That allows you to build relationships. We also, during that advisory period, will teach you some organizational skills. We'll work on some study habits. You'll learn some strategies, because one of the most important things for you is to learn how you are a learner and how you can study and succeed. And every student is different, so we're going to give you different avenues to be successful. We meet for 30 minutes after second period every Wednesday. Ridgeview is very unique. We have a whole school magnet. It's called Ridgeview High School Med Pro. It is a whole school program, and we focus on STEM, science, technology, engineering, arts, math, and medical. So you'll see that focus through all of your classes. We do that with an AVID focus, so you'll see AVID strategies through all of your classes. You'll also notice that we have some other smaller learning communities. So as a student coming into Ridgeview, you have a way to find a niche, somewhere where you have an interest, and you can get to know a smaller group of students. So here are our smaller learning communities, and I'm going to ask the directors to stand up real fast so you can get a name with a face. So I'm going to start with Ms. Harrison is in the back with our Med Pro magnet.
Hello!
And she is like that every day. You will always know where Ellen is. All right, and then AVID in early college is Maggie Gamble. If you're interested in AVID, there are openings in the program. All right, and then we have Laser Academy, which you already met Ms. Grimes, but here she is again. So any freshman will be part of Laser Academy, and she will help you support. She'll check behind you, get to know her. Then we have our CAT, Carolina Alliance of Technology. If you're interested in computer science or engineering, that's the program for you. They also have a robotics club, and they participate in robotics competitions. We are currently in the process of having a director, and I think Ms. DeBard is going to be, there she is, she's in the back. Ms. DeBard is going to be the point of contact. And then we have the Institute for Health Sciences. So if you're interested in anything medical related, Dr. Dagenhart is your person. And we have Scholars Academy Magnet for Business and Law. That's Ms. Walker. And then we have the School for the Arts, which is Miss Wyndham. And so you know we are still accepting students into all of our smaller learning communities. So if you hear something and you're excited about it, you're like, hey, I really am interested in engineering, or I really want to be part of a robotics club, go see Ms. DeBard. There is a place for you. All right, here's our bell schedule. We start school at 8:50 and we end at 3:53 every day. Wednesday, we start at 9:50. That just means the bus is coming an hour later. Report cards. Your advisory teacher will hand every student a report card. If your student does not come home with a report card, you need to ask them if they went to their advisory class, right? And that happens at the 9 weeks and the 18 weeks. We will send notification about interims every 3 weeks, and those will be live on Parent Portal. Speaking of Parent Portal, this is a way to keep up with what your students are doing daily. The teachers will post grades. We ask them to post their grades weekly. So you should see an updated grade every week in every class. But as a parent, if you get on Parent Portal, you can watch their progress. You can see where they stand in each of their classes. If you can't get onto Parent Portal, Ms. Burris is the direct contact. We will send you this PowerPoint so you have that information. We can help you with that. You will need to have a picture ID in order to pick up anything related to your students. And then I think this is my last one in this whirlwind, schedules. When you go onto Parent Portal tomorrow and you see your student's schedule, please keep in mind they are not in order by period. So if you look at the far left column, that's the period of which your class is offered when you'll attend class. The classes are listed alphabetical. So don't go by alphabetical order. Look at the number on the far side. That will tell you what period it is. The next column over tells you how long they're taking the class. If it says S1, they're taking it for semester 1, which is the first portion of the school year. If it says S2, they're taking it for the second portion of the school year. And then if it says 21, 22, or in our case, 24, 25, that means they're taking the class all school year from August to May, the whole time. All right, and then it tells you the class, it will tell you your teacher and the room number. And that way you can look, you can see it, you can look at it, get comfortable before school starts. And I think I now get to pass the baton on to Mr. Wilson.
All right, good evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Thank you, Ms. McLeod, for that information. Just a little bit about me. My name is Mackie Wilson. I'm not new to Richland 2. Last year, I spent a year in Summit School District, but I spent most of my time in Richland 2 at Summit Parkway Middle School. So I see a couple familiar faces. I either taught or coached students that are either the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, currently at Richmond High School. So it's definitely great to be a part of the Blazer family. But a little bit about me, I'm gonna have the 9th graders in Blazer Academy. Also, I'm gonna give you guys some information about transportation. So if any of you, parents or students, any of you are gonna be bus riders, here's my contact information right here. If you have any concerns or if you need to know anything about what bus your student rides, please just give me a call or shoot me an email and I'll give you that information as soon as possible. Tomorrow I have a transportation meeting, so I'm gonna get a little bit more of that information so I'll know, but by the time we get to orientation on Wednesday and tomorrow, I should be able to shoot some of that information to you. Late start Wednesdays, Ms. McLeod, she touched on this a little bit, but just a little bit more information about it. Our first late start for the 24-25 school year is gonna be Wednesday, August the 14th. Our class is gonna begin at 9:50 a.m. Most of those Wednesdays, during that time, students, you just come in an hour later, but our faculty, they'll be here, meeting and prepping for the day. This is for our first year students that's going to be attending Ridgeview. We're going to have a fresh start and parent breakfast. This is going to be on Tuesday, August the 6th. On that day, parents, you'll be able to get a little bit more information about what your 9th grade students are going to be experiencing during this school year. We're going to provide breakfast for you. We're going to provide an opportunity for you to follow their schedule, see where their classes are. And students, that'll be a day for you to come into the school. You'll be able to meet some of your classmates. You'll be able to meet some of the staff that you're going to be learning from and working with for this school year. And we're going to provide more information. I know for sure the Blazer Academy team, we're going to provide some expectations for you. So please come out and attend this event. It's going to be very vital to your success for this school year, and we look forward to having you there. Also, I'm going to be assisting with the PTSO and our SIC. So if any of our parents, if you're interested in being a part of our school community, here's some information for you. Our first meeting is going to be Monday, August the 26th. Our PTSO meeting is going to be held at 6 p.m. in our library commons area. And then following right after that, we're going to have our SIC meeting. That's going to be held at 7 p.m. I look forward to seeing a lot of our parents there. I believe the more parents that we have involved, the more successful we can have the more successful our school year will be at Ridgeview High School. Other than that, here's some information regarding our health room. Nurse Erin Ladd and Harlan Davis, they'll be working closely with our students in that regard. And last but not least, this is just some information regarding safety for our students. I know a lot of times students, they may not like our school lunch that we provide for them, and they may ask you guys to send them some DoorDash and Uber Eats just so they can get throughout the day. But we don't have any deliveries here. That's not tolerated here. So just to maintain safety, please do not allow your students to order DoorDash or Uber Eats throughout the school day. All right, and I think that's my last slide, and I'm going to pass it on to Ms. Fennell. Thank you guys. You guys have a good rest of your evening.
Good evening. Once again, I am Paige Fennell, and I have the pleasure of serving as Ridgeview High School Student Activities Director. Basically, anything outside of athletics, arts, or academics falls underneath me. So how many of y'all out there were involved in a club organization at your previous school? Yeah, Beta Club, Math Club, we've heard about robotics. We have over 50 different clubs and organizations for clubs to get involved in, and that's just kind of a snapshot of some of the things that are offered here at Ridgeview. And so these are some of the things you see. Our National Honor Society, they raised over $10,000 for Children's Miracle Network through their dance marathon, different dress days, prom, Spirit Weeks, all those different things, community service, giving back at Rice Creek Elementary. We'll have a club and organization fair where you can learn about all the different clubs we have here, and then you have the opportunity to sign up and start going to meetings. Our student body president this year is Tatiana James, and that is her contact information. If you don't know Tati by now, trust me, you might know her by the end of the first week of school because she is very friendly, very outgoing. She's willing to assist you, and she represents you. So if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, she is the voice of all of you students, and she's there to help serve you. Also in student activities, I already mentioned different clubs and organizations. If there's a club that you don't see at Ridgeview, but you have a bunch of friends and y'all want to join, find a sponsor on campus and you can create your own club. One of our most popular clubs that was founded last year was our crochet club. And I need to be in that club because I'm trying to get my skills up. I was supposed to learn how to make Christmas gifts and save money. That was my plan, and it didn't work out, but I'm gonna go check them out. We've had, K-pop club, we have book club, we have clubs that meet during lunch, some of them meet after school, so there's all different types of opportunities there for you to get involved. And if you can't find that club already here at Ridgeview, you have the opportunity to establish that for your extracurricular activities. So different things we have going on at school. We have, I'm also in charge of prom, graduation. For some parents, they're like, oh, that 4 years, that's so long ago. I don't even think about graduation. This week, some parents were in your seats 4 years ago, and their babies are here taking senior pictures. So it goes by fast. And so I am that person that will be helping, assisting with facilitating all of those things related to graduation and prom. One of my major duties is also being the advisor of our student council, which is our student government, which allows all the students to get involved and find a home away from home. If they don't want to run a club organization, student council kind of is free for all of all the things that we do at Ridgeview. So if you are involved in your student council at your previous school, you are welcome to apply. It's not too late to join. There is a QR code that you can scan. I've emailed this out to you numerous times as well, so if you already did it once, you have to do it again. But we will be accepting members until August 21st. We'll review your applications, have an interview process, and then notify you so that you can get right on in and helping plan events and have an impact here right on campus. We have different class sponsors that we work together to plan different events. I am super proud that our organization is not only a local and state recognized organization, but we are a nationally recognized organization for being a Gold Council of Excellence. So that's something that we are very proud of. We do a lot of work, we put in a lot of dedication, time after school, and we have a good time. And so some of the students you may have seen walking around today are members of Student Council, and you will see their faces for orientation later this week. Also, we love posting things on social media, so definitely give us a follow. I needed to update this because we have recently become really popular on our TikTok, which is RBHS underscore Stuco. And so we like to post fun things there. We know students love watching videos. They're not necessarily going to read every email I send. It breaks my heart. But y'all will share a post, like a post, screenshot it, and send it to your friends. And so that's just one of the ways that we're using to engage with our students. And parents, we welcome you to follow us on these various sites as well. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is next to last thing. Orientation starts tomorrow for our upperclassmen, and then on Wednesday for our freshmen. Tomorrow, upperclassmen will come from 1 to 5:30, and then the freshmen will come from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We break up the freshmen so we can give y'all that extra special attention, and there's some different things like Blazer Academy, PTSO, SIC that really are more geared towards serving our newest faces as freshmen. And so come during that time. If you have not submitted your proof of residency or completed your annual registration, please do that before you come for orientation. And you will park, I sent this out too, but not where you park here for this meeting, but if you continue around, almost like you're going to the stadium, you will park in the lots closest to the stadium near our C lot entrance, and you will enter in through the gym. And that allows you to kind of walk through the gym, go through all the stations, and then you will exit the building through C Hall. And if you have any questions about orientation, I will definitely be here to address those. I've been trying to keep up with the emails I've gotten about them. And the last thing is we do have a student handbook, and in this handbook is just all of the rules and regulations related to Ridgeview High School, different policies, if you want to calculate your GPA, schedule, who do you need to talk to, important numbers. All of those things are found there, as well as some of our district policies, and I'm so excited to have you here at Ridgeview. I'm going to pass the mic on to our awesome athletic director, Mr. Brian Rosefield.
Get a hand for Ms. Fennell. Does an amazing job with our student activities. I'm Brian Rosefield, athletic director here. Wow, that's interesting looking picture there. All right, athletics here. My main message tonight is we would love to have you play a sport at Ridgeview High School. We'd love it. We have 32 sports here. We have tons of things going on with our athletic department. But if you don't choose to play a sport, and I'll get into how you need to play a sport, how to get involved in playing a sport, do something. Get involved in the arts, get involved in the club, do something. But if you want to play a sport here, you need to have a physical that's dated after April the 1st of 2024. We make it real easy. You can upload that in the Planet HS. You go to ridgeviewsports.com. You can upload that physical into Planet HS. So that's the main website I really want you to remember tonight, ridgeviewsports.com. There is a $50 athletic fee that once you make a team, that fee does need to be paid. That can be paid on Parent Portal or in our main office with a credit card. But again, we do encourage you to go to Parent Portal. But again, ridgeviewsports.com to upload that physical. All of our schedules will be uploaded there in the coming weeks. And we do have a brand new Ridgeview Sports app on Android and on Apple as well. Go to the next slide, please. So I mentioned a minute ago, we have 32 teams here. You can see the tryout dates for fall sport. They're coming up. August the 2nd. You see November 4th for winter sports and February 2nd for our spring sports. So again, and I'm an old cross-country coach, I would have kids that had never played a sport before in their lives. They would come out and they would try cross-country. And then 4 years later, they're getting a scholarship to go to college. So even if you sit there and say, I've never played a sport before, I don't know how to swim, I don't know how to play tennis, I don't know how to run, just give it a shot. We have great coaches here, great staff, they'll get you trained up. There's my contact information there. If you have any questions at all, shoot me an email, brosefield@richland2.org. Social media, we try to keep it real simple. At Ridgeview Sports across all platforms there. And again, ridgeviewsports.com for our main website. You see our contact information there for our head athletic trainer, Ms. Kenesha Jenkins. If you do play a sport and you get injured or you need rehab or prehab, please contact her. She can get you into a doctor a whole lot quicker than just trying to make a phone call there. And then our mission, if you go to the next slide, is next level. And if you look, you see a lot of photos here of state championships over the last couple of years. The last 9 years, we've won 9 state championships, and that's something to be extremely proud of. We're all proud of it as administrators and staff. We love it, right? Yeah, absolutely. A round of applause, Mr. Brown. Absolutely. But our mission here within our athletic department is to help your student grow. And so again, that's why I want you to get involved in something, but if you choose to get involved in a sport, get involved. We're gonna help you grow. We're gonna help you have friends here in high school. We're gonna get you trained up, and then we're gonna help you get to the next level as well and play that sport in college. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. So glad you're here. Welcome to Ridgeview. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Ms. Smalls.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you all for coming out. As Coach Rosefield said, I am Redania Smalls. I am over attendance, public relations, special education, and I am the testing coordinator. And most importantly, I am the administrator for the juniors or our third year high school students. So are there any seniors in the room? Any seniors? Hello, Tristan. Any juniors? One junior. Any 10th graders? Second year? A few. And the rest are our lovely freshmen, correct? Well, welcome. So here at Ridgeview, we are a 1-to-1 school, meaning every student in the building has their own Chromebook that is issued to them by the school. So they are expected to come every day with a fully charged Chromebook and only use it for purposes related to class content. Now, if you're a student or if you all have your personal device that you want to use, you are welcome to do so. However, there is a form that you'll fill out and you can just request that from the media center once you're here. Next slide. Oh, there we go. All right, so these are our free zones for cell phones. Cell phones are a big deal. We know our teenagers love cell phones. It is a part of their person at this point. Our free zones are the hallways and the cafeteria. Our non-free zones are classrooms, restrooms, and locker rooms. So there should be no cell phone usage at any time in any of those, no picture, audio, or videos in our classrooms, especially our restrooms and locker rooms, okay? We do have a new cell phone policy. However, it is being revamped by the district, so that is coming out. However, at this time, the first offense will get your phone confiscated for the day. So I just want you to keep that in mind, and as it continues to go on, it could be confiscated for the year. So we don't want to do that, so make sure you use your phones when you're supposed to. IDs, that is a part of your outfit every single day, all right? So you are expected to wear your IDs above your waist every single day. Services will be refused in certain areas if you do not have your IDs. So it is very important to have your IDs so that we can identify you and we can keep you safe and know that you're supposed to be in the building. New IDs, you'll be issued the first one for free. You'll get your lanyard. If you lose them, you can get a temporary ID for $1. If you just cannot find it, we don't want you to just keep getting temporaries every single day. So you'll purchase a new ID in the media center or the library commons. Freshmen, since the majority of you are here, for your temporary IDs, you'll go to Blazer Academy. So Blazer Academy for you is really a one-stop shop. All of your needs essentially can be met in Blazer Academy. Attendance is huge. Our students are here every day. They need to be in class every single day, every single period. And so parents, please monitor PowerSchool. Students are allowed to miss 5 days for a semester class, 10 days for a year class. If they miss more than that, they will be expected to make up that time. It is so much easier to just show up and go to class to avoid that. However, if it does come to that, make up your seat time as soon as possible. Tardies. So, school starts at 8:50. You should be in your classroom, in your desk by 8:49. Okay? If you are late to class after 8:50, you will then have to report to one of the tardy stations. And we have one by the main office, one by the small gym. Freshmen, guess where you go? Blazer Academy. So freshmen will go to Blazer Academy for their tardies. All other students, 10 through 12, will go to one of the tardy stations in the hall. If you are more than 10 minutes late, you'll report to the refocus room, AKA ISS, for the remainder of the period. If you have a block class, you'll be dismissed from the refocus room at the midpoint, but you will have to remain in there for the remainder of the period number 1. Dress code. There have been wonderful changes. So it is mostly impacting our young ladies, unfortunately. So the main changes are midriffs should be covered every single day. Midriff should be covered every single day. For our gentlemen, your pants should be on your waist every single day. You will not be permitted to wear head coverings. No hoods, no hats, no bonnets will be permitted. Okay, so those are the main ones, but I know for sure you all are going to dress for success and look great, so this is no concern to you all. Lunch. Only seniors are allowed to leave campus for lunch. Juniors will be added to that list second semester. When can freshmen leave campus to go and eat lunch? Never, ever should you leave this campus. Once you get here, you are to stay here. If you ride a bus, when you get off the bus, don't walk across the street, because if you get caught, you're gonna get in trouble. When your parents drop you off, it can be 7:50. Do not walk across the street because you're here. So you all are here at all times. 9th and 10th grade are not allowed to leave. Juniors will get that privilege second semester. Seniors are allowed to leave all year during lunch. Prices for lunch are forthcoming. Hopefully it will be free for all of our students. Even if it is free, I am asking all parents to please fill out the lunch application. That is useful for our students when it's time to take SAT, ACT. They can get vouchers for that. College applications that could help with some of those. So the lunch application is definitely used more than just a free meal. So even if all of our students are granted a free lunch, which hopefully that is the case, still complete the lunch application form. Social media. We are on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Instagram, and Facebook. So please, please, please go and follow us. We also have a YouTube channel. I'm learning that. So these, I have it down, so please go and follow us, and I will be checking to see. So if you have a cell phone, please go ahead and follow now, and I will be checking so that I can give a door prize for someone who follows us today. Thank you, Mr. Bates.
All right, so I stand between you and your dinner tonight, so I'm not going to be before you long. I am over a few things here, facilities, discipline, safety and security, and your fourth year students. So if you have a fourth year student here in school, then that's me that you will come and see now. Student drop off. Let's chat about that for a second. Click it again for now. So follow the arrows here as you come in. You came in today, you came on this side over here at the school. That was known as D-Lot. You will come down. My cones are not out right now, but my cones will be out. You will follow the cones all the way around, and they'll help you guide you through. When you come for orientation on Wednesday, you will be parked in the C lot, so you'll kind of see that over here to the right side of the auditorium right here. So make sure you follow that guideline every day when you pick your child up. Do not drop your kids off across the street at Food Lion and drop them off in other places, especially with all this construction going on. We don't want anything to happen to your child, okay? Everybody's in a rush when you have those type of things, so please just be patient with us. The school opens at 7:30. When we get here, nobody's here, so if that's the issue, drop them off early, okay? All right, next one, building supervision. Going over that now, just mentioned that. The building opens at 7:30, so you have that right to drop your kid off that early. So again, if traffic is a concern of yours, do that early. I come from Lexington, don't have any issues getting in. If you come at 8:30, you're gonna probably have issues getting in. We're open from 7:30 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Those are the times that we're supervising your kids. So again, which leads me to safety and security. Next slide. Our safety screenings, everyone will be screened that enters the building, even myself. So when you enter certain access points of the school, which we have 4, when your kids get dropped off in the lot over here, when they come in the area you came in today, they will go through a safety screening. So just be prepared for that. If they come late, they will be directed to go to the front of the building. If they get off at the bus loop, they'll go through the cafeteria. Teachers will also be screened as well on the back end of the school. All right, next. Parking on campus. If you have a child that is of age that drives a car, they must go through a Live at 25 program in order to be permitted to park on campus. Anyone else that parks on campus, their car will more likely be towed. Parents. If you are coming to visit us for whatever reason it may be, you will park at the front of the school. Do not park in front of the school. Make sure you park into a parking spot, because if we ever had an emergency, they would need to get through. Contact me if you have any questions. All right, next, our Blazerville store. You might have saw Ms. Roberts outside here with some nice merch. It's the new term that kids say. You may have saw some of that stuff out front. Your kids will have access to that as well. I am concerned because our freshmen cannot leave A-Hall and the cafeteria area. Mr. Mackey didn't mention that, but they can't leave that area during lunch. So we have that cart that you saw out front there, that will be stationed outside the cafeteria every day for their privileges, okay? And that concludes everything. So you have our QR code. If you have questions about the presentation, then that's where you would do that at. I'm going to turn the mic back over to somebody over here with some door prizes, okay?
Before we get to the door prizes, let me give you the opportunity to ask some questions. We are going to be here to answer your individual question, but if you have a question for probably the majority of the group will have, then please ask those questions. If you have specific questions about your child, then by all means, please, you can ask those privately. Let me also say this, July 22, so the district has not updated the bus website yet. That's on our presentation, but once they update it, you already have access to the bus schedule. Students, ninth graders, Fresh Start is a day where you have the entire building, ninth graders, just you and faculty members, no upperclassmen, none. Just you and us, and a few student leaders who are going to help you. We're going to take the time to walk with you through your schedule so that you feel comfortable. Ridgeview does not have a swimming pool. Yes, we have a swim team. Don't let upperclassmen tell you where the swim pool is located. We don't have one. Okay? Don't, freshmen, do not pay upperclassmen to go get you something from McDonald's or some other place. These are what they do. And as much as I tell y'all, do not be a part of the game, you become a part of the game. You paying money. And imagine, you're going, oh, it's only $2. But if 10 of y'all giving them $2, that's $12. Don't do it. Don't you do it. And I know the upperclassmen are going to tell you, and my team is looking at me. Last year, our food provider was not as great. So, y'all got a principal who likes to eat. Yeah, principal. And if I would go eat out of the cafeteria, y'all was getting your food, like, just hurry up. Go out there and get the thing and come on back. My team was upset with me. So I'm going to try to be a better leader. And my understanding, we have a new food provider. So the food is supposed to be awesome this year. Food is awesome this year. So if your principal's gonna eat out of the cafeteria, then you can eat. She ain't eating, come on through by me, because they won't let you get your DoorDash. Anyway, okay. I'm serious. I'm gonna tell them not to eat that food and I'm not eating it. But anyway, that's how I feel. So I'm not willing to do anything. If I ask your students to do something, ask my team to do it, then I'm down for the cause. If I'm not gonna do it, then I'm not gonna hold them against something that I'm not gonna do. But we're gonna see, we're gonna have great food this year. Questions? Ninth graders. Yes, ma'am.
Have a beautiful night, ma'am.
School supply list. Yay, Blazer Academy.
So in high school, you will get a school supply list for every class within the syllabus. So every teacher will have different requirements, but you're gonna need some paper, some pencils, pens, a notebook to keep everything straight in. And that's general consensus across the board.
And so we don't really have a really school supply list because each teacher may want you to do something, but I think Blazer Academy, Ms. Grimes, they have created, because every year, ninth grade parents and students come wanting the supply list, because y'all have had it first through me. So we've created something just so you will feel comfortable, because I think the tax-free weekend happens before we go to school. So there is something for ninth graders that, but it's just your basic supplies like Ms. McLeod said. Other questions? Yes, ma'am. Yes, we do. We have lockers, and you can purchase those or rent those during orientation. On for freshmen, when? Wednesday. What time? 8 to 1. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. So, like, that's just one opportunity to get an ID, but remember, August the 6th, all freshmen will be here by themselves, so they have the opportunity to then, again, to walk through everything that they missed at Fresh Start.
Or you can see us afterwards too, or we can talk. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. 7:30. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. So there will be a trained security defenders. They're contract defend Defenders Company for Richland too. And so they have trained, like students have to take out their Chromebook, and so they have to walk through the metal detectors. Yeah, every day. And when they leave campus and come back for lunch, they have to go through the metal detectors as well. Yes. Yay, car riders. Mr. Bates, you want to take that?
Again, that was in the slide presentation, if you have it, but when you enter today, you'll follow my cones. Just come through, don't break the cones, just come straight on through. I promise you we'll get you in and get you out.
Yeah, and he also is gonna record a video. We have a video that we send out to parents, because y'all don't come to the front of the school. Don't come to the front of the school, because then you're gonna be upset, because then we're gonna lock the gate, and you're gonna say, how dare they, but follow the blue lines. It will get you out much quicker, because this is short. Ridgeview wasn't built for a lot of parents and cars in the front of the school.
I think there's a traffic person that directs traffic to get you in and out.
No, if
No,
you follow
not
the blue
anymore.
lines, yeah, it's not the case anymore, but if you follow the blue lines, I'll be at the back of the school, I'll get you through. Just follow the blue lines.
Yes, ma'am. Wednesday, we will do both, cards and cash. Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Mack, you got a student that has a question.
Okay, awesome.
All right, do parents come to orientation like tomorrow for upperclassmen or just?
It's if they want to, they don't have to. Other questions? Yes, Mr. Bates?
Are there any aftercare programs or anything not related to the school, like B Grade Academy or anything?
No, I know exactly what you're referring to, but not in high school, we don't. No, sir, we don't have.
We have a lot of activities here though, so.
And organizations and volunteering and tutorings after school. Yes, we do have walkers. We normally have students, I know students who, they live in the Highlands, because there's a gate up here that they're able to walk through that we unlock them to get to the Highlands and come back. Students who live Summit, can you talk a little bit about that? Because there's a bus, Birchwood Park.
If you're at the top part of the summit, there's a bus that will shuttle you down. But the closer part of the summit, they walk. So like Brooklyn Baptist, that area, they're walkers. But if you're at the top by Summit Middle School, they will bus you. We will have more information for you tomorrow after we go to that meeting. It should be the case.
Yeah. So they haven't given us the schedule yet for our Ridgeview route. And so once they give that, we will certainly share it out. And yes, sir, it's supposed to be.
$2026. No, it's supposed to be 2025. That's what it said.
Yeah, April 2025. That's the deadline they're giving us for completion.
We would like it for our school to be completed first.
Other questions? Team, y'all come on down. You have your questions for the door prizes? Yes, ma'am.
What time do the students have to be off the campus?
What time do you have to be off campus? Miss Addie will usually say about 5, but she'll sit you in the front rotunda if that's the case for your ride to pick you up.
Yeah, so if students are here, we have a late security officer. She's normally here until about 7 o'clock. So if something's running late and you're not with a staff member, then you have to go sit in the front rotunda with the security officer. Okay.